Today is thankfully Thursday, so we're mostly done with the week. But they announced something interesting today, which my Twitter feed exploded with. It was that Diablo 3 officially has a release date. March 15th, if I remember correctly, or sometime soon. Like, before summer. That's kind of cool. That game's been being worked on for ever. For like 5 years, I think, is when the first like sort of official like, oh, these are some big like we're putting out screenshots. I think it was like maybe BlizzCon 2007 where they started doing like visual stuff about Diablo 3, and now it's finally gotten a release date. But a lot of that game's been really neutered from what I've read and what I've seen. I haven't actually personally played the beta, but apparently because they're trying to do this jump with consoles with Diablo, they're cutting out so much. They're changing how the controls work. They're doing this and that and the other thing. And I'm like, oh, no, please don't do that. This game is so very well rounded in its mechanics and the very, very powerful RPG mechanics that it has in it. And they're doing so much to simplify it so that it can be played on a console. And I don't want that. I know I'm a console gamer, but I'd much rather the game stay its traditional, lots of skills and whatnot setup. I would prefer that. You know, I'd probably end up getting it from both my computer and from my console because I love achievements. I don't know why. It's unfortunate. But I don't like the Blizzard's doing this. I mean, granted, finally the thing is sort of like no longer in a when it's done phase. It's in a it's going to be done wink phase. And I add this visual wink because we still don't know. I mean, granted, Blizzard has put a solid release date on it. So I guess we are expecting it. It's not like Valve, where if it has a 3 on it, it's never going to be released ever. Thank God Counter-Strike Global Offensive doesn't have a 3 attached to it. But the core of what I'm talking about here is the fact that they're neutering the game. They're cutting out crucial elements. There's no PvP. There's like a real money auction house and all that good crap. And I'm like, oh, they're doing so much to get it out the door. I think it's mostly just to shut people the hell up. Blizzard can't put out anything. Diablo 3. Well, I guess they can put out stuff. Well, it's not that complete. So it's not really out. And I don't like that change at all. I don't like this cutting of crucial parts to games like FOV sliders for games on a computer that are, first person. I can see it from a developer standpoint. I can see it from a player standpoint. And I don't know personally how hard it is to code an FOV slider for a game, but still, I kind of wish that the basic stuff was there. Like, I I don't know if there's a single game that I've played that's computer based because they're exclusively computer based that doesn't have an FOV slider. So if you're going to make a port, why not put in an FOV slider? Is it because the current console generation, which you're developing for first, just doesn't have the processing and the graphical power to match that of a computer, so that when the computer port is made, it's just like, well, it doesn't matter. We'll just leave it as it is. I think that's what it is right now, is graphically, the 360 and the PS3 just can't keep up with modern computers. And I accept that for what it is. The 360 is an old console, and the PS3 is an old console. Considering how fast technology develops, I mean, what has it been, like the past, 3 years or 5 years that they've had an iPad come out every single year that does something new? I mean, at what point are consoles going to get there? And on the side of cutting things, I don't want a an Xbox game or a PS3 game that was originally a PC game to when it gets ported there. I don't want that to be, horribly wrecked. The guys who develop The Witcher, PC Project, I think. I'm not sure exactly sure on the company's name, but when they make the ports, they seriously just sit down and they actively make them well. So that's good. It's just a terrible, terrible thing nowadays that there's such this demand to get money out of a game, to get it out as fast as possible, to attract as many people, that games are suffering for it. And it's a business. I'm pretty sure I've said in other videos that I accept that this is a business and that whatever a company can do to make the most money, they're going to do, no matter what the cost. But there are just some examples of like, could you guys just spend another like 2 months working on the port? Like, I mean, the Call of Duty franchise for the past, I don't know, 4 iterations now has just apparently been absolutely god awful on computers. And I'm sorry. I don't have control over that. But all I'm doing is talking to a camera to people who can't actively respond to me. So are you, people who complain. It just bugs me. It really does. We as gamers, we all feel entitled to have everything right, to be done on time, to be done perfectly. And that's not always the case. But some things don't deserve to be destroyed and cut out of a game. If Blizzard wants to put out Diablo 3 without PvP, that's going to lose them sales from some people. But there's still people going to buy it because it's Diablo and because it's Blizzard. So, I don't know. Games shouldn't be cut in half just to double the profits. You're going to gain more customers serving them right, not serving a crowd. Repeat business is a lot better than burst business in the long run. Granted, we have no idea when the video game industry is going to crash, when 1982 is going to happen again, when everything just falls apart. Who's to say? Who's to know? We're in a crazy industry. We support it. We argue about it. We put stuff on YouTube. You never know what's going to happen. Thanks for tuning in today's Thursday video. Tomorrow is Friday. So, cool. The week's almost over. See you then.